What's up, my chaotic crew? Bentley Michaels here. Hey, happy Thanksgiving from us to you. May your dice always roll 20s and be true. Ha ha! Cut it off there because I can't think of anything else. Yes, more Caleb birthday session here for you on Thanksgiving after you've warmed your bellies with so many delicious treats. Now, stick your earbuds in and ignore your family and hear the chaotic crew. You know what I mean? Been getting some great retweets and some action going over on Twitter. Want to see that Instagram game pick up, folks? You know, tag us in some stuff. You know, did you order from Tabletop Crafter? There's still time left. You get 15% off with the promo code Chaotic Amateurs, all in capital letters. All right, folks, buckle in for Muckbuckle Detection Agency. Killing it. Music.
In a vast landscape full of adventurers, you are now listening to the world of Chaotic Amateurs.
And welcome back to Chaotic Amateurs Special Birthday Edition, Part 2. I am your DM for this particular adventure. My name is Caleb, and immediately to my right, we have...
Bentley Michaels as Nash Roguebutt.
Rhett as Carmelo T. Muckbuckle.
And Milo is Trillmond.
You have no idea what you got yourself into, do you?
No.
And we'll get to whose lovely dulcet tones those were here in a second. So, as you recall, or maybe you don't, we left our adventurers in a strange forest after having been transported from their vacation destination post winning some sort of case. The team is I don't know, help me out. Describe yourselves. What are you guys?
You made it up.
Yeah, but you guys...
You do the intro.
You guys are the stars of the show.
Well, I feel like we've been traveling together for at least an amount of time where we've been paid once and enough to earn a trip to an exotic island.
Yep.
And now we're going to a new destination.
Yep.
I like to think of our team as like a well-oiled machine, you know?
Yep. Yeah, I would have to agree with that. Rhett, a.k.a. Bucky, is kind of the leader of the pack in that he is the money bags of the group, the attorney guy that puts his face in the courts, whereas the other two are hired hands to help him with his job, with their special skill set. Constantly winning, never losing. And so we've got somebody that just hired them for a job, and that's where we find ourselves in the setting of the new job.
And in the forest with some sort of creature that was gelatinous and then forming in front of us.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
totally
what?
forgot about that. No.
Come on, guys.
It was like a shadowy thing that was starting to get detailed.
Ah, sinewy, yes.
In Paulville. No, that was Taborn.
You're right, sorry.
You hope it's Paulville.
Can I hide in a bush nearby?
Oh, we're not there yet.
It's just, if it comes closer and presents a threat, I want to jump in a bush.
Okay.
Just FYI.
So, starting off, we have... Let me paint the scene for you. We're inside a general store. Very, very small, dusty. Not too diverse in its wares that they offer. They have basic food and just general supplies. Nothing too crazy and out there or fantastical. The man behind the counter says to you, just so you know who this is directed at, look, just because you're sheriff now doesn't mean you can get everything for free. That's called extortion, my friend. If you want that Dragon's bourbon, you'll have to pay for it like everybody else. Or go to the smokehouse and get your drink on there, sir. And for the last time, I don't want that hunk of haunted scrap in the store, as he points to the metallic warforged standing immediately behind and to the left of you. She whatever. It scares folks away. And speaking of scary, no offense, little lady, but please stop staring at me. Sir, kindly tell your daughter to quit staring at me. She always gives me the creeps. No disrespect, more than I've already given, but you may want to have her checked out. Something seems a little off about her. After that little session of beration, I guess, you three start to leave, and the door starts to creak behind you, but not quite closing because of the sea air causing all the wood to swell. It's just kind of a normal feature of most of the structures in this town. Barney gives an obscene gesture as the bells of the door start and then quickly decay in sound. Barney, lovingly and simultaneously, painfully looks at his daughter, Ronnie, and says,
"Let's get the fuck out."
I like it. He's already in character. Do you say anything in return?
Say, Father, hold on 1 second. How dare they speak of Andy that way? And I open the door to the store. And I cast Infestation.
And what does that do? Exactly?
It's my conjuration cantrip. I can cause a cloud of mites, fleas, and other parasites to appear momentarily on one creature I can see within range. And the target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw, or it takes 1d6 poison damage and moves 5 feet in a random direction if it can move. And its speed is at least 5 feet.
Burning spell slots willy-nilly.
It's a cantrip.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Ronnie, I feel as though if we want the townspeople to trust me, we should not give them a reason to distrust us.
Cast it.
He fails. So I guess that happens, and he starts to panic and start waving his hands around and freaking out and saying, "Okay, you guys, never back here again.
We'll see." You want more of this?
Get out!"
Oh, so he wants more of it. Okay. Well, then he's not going to like what comes next.
Barney, the father of this girl, if you want to stop her from doing anything, feel free.
Nah, she can do what she wants.
That's my girl.
She's her own woman.
Well,
If these townspeople had any sense, they would know that I am not haunted.
yeah, no kidding. I brought you to life.
That is just superstition and nonsense.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna point at the person that's got infestation cast on him, and I'm also gonna use my other cantrip, which is Toll the Dead. And I point at a creature I can see within range, and the sound of a dolorous bell fills the air around it for a moment. The target must succeed in a wisdom saving throw or take 1d8 necrotic damage. If the target is missing any hit points, it instead takes 1d12 necrotic damage. And it's missing his points, I think, because of the infestation.
Did it do damage?
Yep.
This poor guy just owns a grocery store.
Yeah, well,
Well, he's
quit
kind of a
screwing
jerk.
with me.
Do you
Your
think
dad was trying to get free booze.
Yeah, and I don't really care about my dad.
do you
Ooh,
think they will
insult to
trust
the room.
me now?
I don't know, but maybe my dad can get some free booze, unless he wants this to happen to him again.
Shall I just simply pay for the libations?
No, Andy. He needs to learn a lesson.
Understood.
He
Ronnie.
failed and clasps his ears and starts to yell because he can't take the sound, he can't take the fleas, and collapses and says, "Fine, take it. Just take."
I
damn
hold the
drink."
door open and gesture my father in to grab the booze that's still sitting on the counter, presumably.
Yeah.
All right, now let's get the out of here.
You got it. See ya.
And just for the record, the sound of Barney, the father and sheriff, is played by our friend Junior. Welcome, Junior, to something that you probably never envisioned yourself doing before.
Definitely not.
But thanks for participating in my special birthday session. Okay, so as you make your way back to the simple building you guys call home, the rain typical of this climate starts. And as if the very mood of Barney is mimicked by the weather. Just then, a loud crashing thud can be heard. At the same moment, a blinding purple flash takes over the dimming light of day. I need a perception roll from the three of you. And so perception roll, you're going to roll a d20. Oh, yeah, you're doing it. Sorry.
I do
So
not
that's a
perceive
D20.
anything.
Yeah. And then roll it. So, yeah, so we got an 8.
Okay.
And
what did you get, Andy?
I critically failed.
I got a 17.
I must
Okay.
run a systems-wide diagnostic.
So this bozo's walking with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
He follows you everywhere unless you tell him to do something else.
All right. Go jump off a cliff.
I shall find a cliff suitable for your
Get
desires.
in.
Ha! Very funny.
So, Ronnie, you can tell that the sound came from the south
Okay.
and up towards the old mine.
Oh.
Barney, you hearing the explosion and seeing the flash of light, you tell Ronnie to get inside home. Concerned it's something to do with the wolves, which is a common problem around this area.
I thought I recalled those traveling band of adventurers taking care of the wolves.
Well, you know, they come back and forth there, Andy.
So Ronnie and Andy, you guys got to decide if you want to stay.
Nope.
Talk it out.
Nope. Andy, you can follow me to keep get on my 6, but I'm going towards the light. Suck
I
it,
will
Dad.
keep on your 6, Ronnie.
So all three of you are going then?
Mm-hmm.
And Andy, I mean, you don't really have much choice. I'm
Yeah,
sorry to say.
That's fine.
I said on my 6, Andy.
Of course.
This is Bentley's fantasy.
Being a young girl controlling a robot.
Yeah, especially Rhett. Okay.
Yeah.
So, the fact that you guys have been here for a few years, working the town, being law enforcement in the jail keeps, you know the town pretty well. You make your way up the mountainside, which is to the south.
The Hadric fir looks delightful in the twilight. Wouldn't you say, Ronnie?
Yeah, okay.
Yes, Andy.
So you make your way up the mountainside easily. After all, your most recent excitement, that missing person was found up here. Poor sap was murdered and eaten, mostly eaten, by wolves. You found the guy up in the mine with obvious wolf damage, quote unquote. The investigation made you able to deftly move up this terrain without a thought, because you know the terrain so well now.
This is actually really clever. The way he tied this in.
Shut up.
I'm celebrating the DM.
Shut up. Tell
Okay.
him later.
So you guys are able to definitely move up because of your half-elf or whatever heritage. And Andy is able to keep up, although his speed isn't quite as graceful and is a little more of a stampede, kind of clumping around. Ronnie tries to match speed with Dad as much as possible, but Andy occasionally waits back to assist when Ronnie needs it.
I don't think that's possible because I have a speed of 30. So unless he has better dexterity than I do,
And he's a machine. Let's just assume he's
oh,
got.
Andy.
Let's say he's got wheels.
Oh, sorry.
that
I was.
pop out.
I thought you said him.
So he's at the front of the pack, and
Oh.
you're trying to keep up with Dad, and Andy makes sure that you're
Not really
safe.
trying.
Nearing the approximate area where you heard the noise and saw the flash, you slow down, waiting for your senses to kick in. And just off the trail to the west, you hear some movement. What do you do? I'll tell you what you do. Roll initiative.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill this little girl with my other gun.
I have a critical success.
Okay. You can say the out of character stuff out of character.
I got it. How do you want to do it?
Yeah, let's start with the right.
13.
Okay.
For Ronnie.
Junior, if you'll roll a d20 and add an initiative.
He has critically failed.
Are you serious?
Yep.
You got a 1?
Yep.
But it's initiative, so.
But that puts him last still.
Yeah. Okay. And you got, what did you get?
Critical success.
Okay.
And I got a 15. I forgot to add the initiative.
Okay. So I'll let you guys prepare something. Okay. Sorry, bro.
15 for Ronnie.
Rhett, you had some.
20.
He critically made it.
Whatever you said.
You made me this way, Ronnie.
I regret it, Hal.
All right, Andy. So what do you do with this situation?
Somebody's attacking us?
No. You roll up on where you think you heard the noise and saw the flash, and you can tell it's just off the trail to the west. You hear some movement.
Okay. I move over there. I look at Ronnie and I say,
Get behind me, Ronnie.
and then I move over there. I guess my bio says I have a shield. However, I don't see one on here.
Well, your whole body really is.
Oh.
I don't know.
I made you as
hoping
my-
for, like a Captain America type thing.
I made you as my shield.
So you're just advancing. You're not taking any sort of action.
Should I be?
That's up to you. I'm asking you.
Well, okay, yeah.
Yo, Andy, why don't you check out what's going on in front of you and tell me what you see?
I will do that.
And I go over there and I draw my sword
Okay.
and shield, and I march over there just to inspect what's going on.
And what about you, Ronnie? What do you do?
I follow at a half pace.
Okay. And Barney, what do you do?
Can they carry me?
He's too drunk.
Andy probably could. Andy probably could.
Well, I'm not that strong.
Hey, you could carry a half elf.
Oh, Dad, just stay behind me and don't hurt your left knee again.
All right, whatever.
He sits there and takes a swig on his bottle.
I got my bourbon.
welcome.
Barney, I sense that your alcohol content levels are exceeding.
Oh my
Andy,
We got to kill this character off somehow real quick.
hurry up and make him meet Yuri so I can bash his head in with my hammer.
You're not Yuri.
So you're advancing with your sword. Okay. Now let's flip-flop. You guys. Yep. Nash, Bucky, and Baron.
Nash.
What do you guys do?
Okay, so we just shook off.
And no metagaming.
We shook off the grogginess, right?
Yeah. You're
Shook
trying
off
to
the
make
grogginess,
you're trying to make
and-
sense of your surroundings.
And we
you saw
see
that.
a figure that's coming into focus as our eyes focus, coming like through the brush. Correct.
Yep.
And I had already drawn my hammer. If I
Yeah.
remember.
And I said I would hop into some bushes and hide.
Okay. So go ahead and roll for that.
900.
14.
Okay. You do.
Great. I have my my maul ready, and as soon as my eyes focus on something that can focus on if it's a shape or if it's a humanoid figure or whatever, I'm going to have it readied to strike. But I say halt, and who go? Yo, halt. Who goes there?
Okay.
I just want to prepare I want to reach into my tool belt and grab a little smoke bomb just in case we got to make a hasty escape.
Okay. I think I know how to do this.
This is going to be tough.
Yeah. So
this is gonna be great.
So you wait a few moments with the tension. The tension builds, and then all of a sudden, at first, you see in the shadow kind of a faint blue light that's kind of flickering.
Okay.
It's kind of at the center mass, and then as it gets closer and closer and closer, you clearly see that this isn't a person, but it's human in shape, with a blue glow in the center of their chest. This
All right.
person is made of metal. You've never seen anything like this before. What do you do?
Can I see this?
All of you do, yeah.
Oh.
Assuming you're
I'm
trained
going
on it.
to
Well, I
reiterate. I said halt. Who goes there? I will attack.
So as Andy, you can respond to that if you want.
Oh, God. Okay.
This is why it's going to be
Wait, is that what's going on?
Identify yourself.
Man, identify yourself.
I am a sheriff's deputy in the town of
Lockport.
Lockport. I am an authority.
Colloquially known as Paul.
Colloquially known as Paulville.
That's perfect. Total computer robot. You're a sheriff,
I am a sheriff's deputy.
so
Yes.
you're not a sheriff.
I am not the sheriff.
Are there
No.
sheriffs with you?
There is a sheriff with me, yes.
Do you mean us any harm?
No, not unless you are an outlaw. Are you an outlaw?
And pause. Barney, Ronnie, what's happening with you guys? Have you guys advanced anymore, or are you staying back?
I'm still sort of staying back because, I mean, I am 12. And I'm like 4'7" or something
Fair
like
enough. Yeah. What
You
about
know,
you, Sheriff Barney?
that. 4'5".
Well, my daughter's doing a pretty damn good job, so I'm just gonna keep following her.
She's impressive.
Also, I would like to think that Bucky would recognize like a Warforged if
Yeah.
okay.
I think he'd be impressed by what
The
he
craftsmanship?
saw. Yeah. So
How close, if I'm hanging back, like, what am I, like 15 feet behind or something
I'd say
like that?
10, 15.
10, 15. Okay, so can I see through the brush that there are other figures there? As Ronnie, can I see through the brush that there are other figures there?
You can do a perception check. I'll tell you
All right.
that you've seen Andy stop, and he seems to be doing something.
Okay. Okay, these are my Ronnie dice. Okay. 19.
Okay, you see 3 people. Wait, you see 2 people.
Okay.
I got a crit on my high.
Okay, yep. You definitely see 2 people.
Okay, do I recognize that one is Nash the orc and one is a
Yeah, and
however
Bucky.
little
Rock
yeah.
gnome.
You see, and
a
you
lawn
don't.
gnome?
Rock gnome.
Oh, rock gnome.
You see Bucky.
Okay.
He doesn't appear to be in some sort of threatening stance, but the bigger one you feel like might be a little on edge.
All right, she's immediately going to push up, like, right up next to Andy.
Nash, that there is a Warforged.
Hey, who are you?
Wait, what?
That was
Oh, you're Ronnie?
Do I sound like Nash?
My name is Carmelo T. Muckbuckle, and this is my retainer. Retinue? My
What
help.
are you guys doing in our forest?
Magic potions brought us here. We're supposed to...
The most D&D thing ever said for.
Look, we're just here as part of the Muckbuckle Detection Agency to solve a murder. Yeah, unless you guys have a better name.
Nope, that's perfect.
Okay, cool. I thought of that one on the way here. Muckbustle Mystery Solvers, the Muckbustle Mystery Teams. Jesus.
You can't win.
Muckbuckle, what was it? Detection Agency?
Muckbuckle Detection Agency.
Sorry, this would have been a lot easier with.
No, I like it.
People playing
This
it.
is way more
Talking to
fun.
me in a voice, and I was like, "Is he doing Bucky? I can't tell."
Just a 12-year-old girl.
I'm doing my classic 12-year-old girl voice. Thank you.
Bentley Michaels available for 12-year-old girl voiceovers now on BentleyMichaels.com
/voice.
/voice.
Oh, yeah.
So where are we?
So he just said we're part of the
So-
Muckbuckle Detection Agency.
Yeah. So
We're here to solve a murder.
Oh, yeah, and we just came through a potion or whatever, which is it's a D&D thing ever.
A magic potion brought us here.
That's right. And so I'm going to shout back to my pops and say, Dad, magic potion people came through a time warp and they're here to solve a murder.
If you are here about the Thalen murder... Wait, would I know his name, though? Probably not.
I don't think so.
If you are here about the murder that took place in the mine, you are already too late. We have solved it. The wolves have gotten to him.
Yeah, that's not what our intel says.
Ah, the local authorities and their excellent deductions. Maybe you should let the professionals handle this one.
Dad, they're smarting off to me and my trigger finger's feeling itchy.
Go handle it.
Oh, damn.
We can see why wolves...
Just running rampant through town.
Oh God, we're being attacked by wolves! Help us, Barney!
Actually, it's one bratty girl just causing a
Well,
without a dad. that
feeling
old.
embolstered by her father, she steps in front of Andy and sort of cracks her neck. And she looks at you, Bucky, and says, "My father and I already solved this, and it was wolves, as you heard the tin can say up here. So, why don't you drink another potion and get lost, you jerk?"
We will do just that as soon as we solve the murder. And now, unless your county or whatever has a charter that specifically prohibits freelance detectives, then you will accord us all to do. We will solve this, and you cannot stop us.
Yeah, she doesn't like that one bit.
Ronnie, he is just a small gnome. You should not let his words anger you.
So Trillman wants to sneak up behind where the little girl has been talking, and he wants to hop out and grab her from behind.
I'm
stealth.
right in front of the robot, so
Stealth check. And Bucky, history check.
20, non-natural.
What am I historically checking? Because I have bonus to magic, alchemical, or technological devices.
It's called short-term memory. Do you have that skill?
I critically failed!
Okay.
you're the worst, dude.
Nash, how about you? History.
What about me?
Yeah, history check.
Oh. Get my play of dice. Ooh. Wisdom?
Yeah.
Non-natural 20 then.
You remember that you were given credentials. Do with that as you will. In the meantime, we've got a rogue sneaking up on a little girl in front of a robot. So let's deal with that first.
All right. Nash will start. The realization comes to him he's going to start searching around his pockets because he's still a little groggy. He can't remember which pocket he put it in.
Ronnie, why don't you roll perception to see if you notice
Finally
him
get to use
sneaking
my
up?
necromancy dice.
Was it, you said non-natural 20?
Non-natural 20.
Crit.
Oh, geez.
Well, that's better.
Yeah. That should be interesting. Okay, so let it play out. You start to go up and snag her, and
So yeah, I'm kind of trying to sneak up behind her. If she sees me, how does she react?
So how are you doing it?
I'm trying to be sneaky. You can tell I'm trying to be sneaky.
Okay, so as a metagaming, well, you already know this, a half elf / high half health.
Yeah, I'm a high elf, and I'm dressed in really elegant leather
gotcha.
armor.
Okay, cool. So game recognizes game, and I see you over there. I'm going to cantrip you right in your face with some prestidigitation, just some sweet lights popping off right in your eyes. And I'm just going to finger guns it over at you and like, "Hey, walk quieter, jerk."
That was impressive.
Were you attempting to ambush us? I got the voices mixed up. Were you attempting to ambush us?
I'm going to completely ignore the robot and walk towards the young lady.
I
She keeps finger guns ready.
I like. Whoa! Can't just do that.
I give you one of those.
I see you walking in there, and I step in your way.
And
Step back.
Oh, I step back.
And then Nash says, "Guys, I know we're all a little groggy from the trip, but..." He pulls out the papers he found in his pocket and said, "We've got these."
That's why I pay you the big bucks, Nash. The brains of the operation. That's you.
How close did I get to her?
5 feet.
I'm going to send her a message.
And I'm gonna cut her throat.
point my finger at you, and I say, "I'm a very important nobleman, and if you take me to the leader of this town, it'll be very worth your while." And you can reply back.
All she does is look at you as she's turning around and says, "Follow me." She doesn't even say it. She just motions her hand like, "Follow me." She turns around. She's like, "Andy."
Yes, follow us.
And then she walks by and she pats her dad on the arm. Good job, Dad.
Yes.
Gives him another drink.
Excellent work, Barney. You've
He's
done
still
it
drinking
again.
the bottle as far as I know.
Your leadership is impeccable.
Andy, shut up.
And I'll look back at my friends and be like, all right, guys, we're good to go in.
I'm just along for the ride, man.
All right. So you guys are making your way back into town.
Wait a minute. Shouldn't we be going to the mine?
I think it might be a good idea to go in and talk to the leaders of the town first. It seems like they've already investigated this crime, and if we get all the information they have, it might help us solve our.
And plus, if you go back to the office, you can see all the sweet notes that me and my dad took. Daddy-daughter day. Woo! Dead bodies.
So as you make your way back down north, down the mountainside, you get into this rustic, simple, wind and rain-swept town of Lockport, colloquially known as Paulville. Although that's not the name registered with Brevik government. One main road, if you can call it a road, runs east to west, bisected by a large central building. If you've never been here before, you'd think that it was some sort of city hall or other official building, but you'd be wrong. It's the town's smokehouse and unofficial place to drink and be merry. Social gatherings and the like happen there. To the north, a grayish-blue sea that seems to be in a constant state of anger crashes against the rocky coastline. A portion of the rockline valleys a bit to what appears to be the only safe access to the water. Indeed, there's a small dock with a few small, simple but sturdy vessels. A few structures dot either side of the road, and a couple of small tributary-like paths branching off northeast and, as in northeast, not northeast, and south. Overall, it's cold-looking, but has a sense of warmth and quaintness when taking in the apparent homes and businesses of the town. To the south, you see that Lockport is housed at the base of a hillside that resembles more a mountain than a hill, and trees dot the south side of the town and looks as if they get thicker and thicker the farther south or up the hillside you travel. Yeah, what do you guys want to do? Just look at town.
Dang, Paulville is official now.
Looks like.
So, you are taking us to your leader?
I can't decide which character is more annoying.
They're both pretty bad.
we want to kill.
Ronnie deals with this every day. Yeah.
So considering, Ronnie, you know this, Barney, you know this, Andy, you know this, you guys pretty much are the leaders of the town in the sense of organized stuff, but the social structure is one of a pretty flat hierarchy. There isn't really anybody governing. They all just kind of do their own thing. And
so what's the high council? Oh no, that was him demanding stuff, right?
Just another podunk town is what it sounds like to me.
Yeah. So
Bucky was demanding to see the governor or whatever. What did you say it was?
I said, take me to your leader.
Yeah, but you said something else, like some sort of commissary or something. I don't remember.
Yeah. I don't know what it was.
All right.
As we're walking down, I want to say to Ronnie, this is the most your town has to offer. This is the highest level it goes. You know there's a lot more out there that you could be taking advantage of.
Oh, like grown men who can't sneak up on little girls? Sure.
In case you have forgotten, she has me.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of bigger cities that have a lot more.
What do you want from me?
Well, of course, you can see the walls of Brevik over there.
You can't.
Does your robot
Never
ever
mind.
just shut up?
Nah, I kind of like it that way. It drowns you out.
All right, so walking around a little bit,
Yeah.
because Ronnie's just kind of leading them around in circles for the time being.
Uh-huh.
Assuming that you're kind of leading things, are you just hanging back, sipping? Or what are you doing?
Just hanging out.
Walking around, you'll find supplies and general goods at the store towards the southeastern part of town, which is where you guys started off.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to just lead them to the Paulville where Paul was.
The smokehouse.
Okay,
Yeah,
the
the
smokehouse in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
open the door, say, I think everything you'll need you'll find right in here. Andy, stay outside. And I just
Of course.
hold the door open for him.
Old-fashioned smokehouse.
I am hungry.
Baron, I think this is probably more your speed. The first thing that comes to mind is, this is it. That's the phrase that comes to mind when walking in this place. The outside, big and broad, but the promise of something cooking, the promise of warmth, judging from the billowing smoke out of the enormous brick stack. All those promises are immediately broken once one has crossed the threshold, though. All that can be seen is a large open hall with a few long tables and a mess of chairs. Directly on the left wall is a small raised portion of flooring, something akin to a stage. Hugging close to the wall to the right of the stage is a bar that runs the rest of the length of the wall, slightly wrapping around to the back wall. From there, along the back side is a crudely built half-river rock wall separating the quote-unquote kitchen and large smoking chambers, which apparently only smoke fish. The wall to the right contains a series of shelves holding what looks to be clear glass containers of spices, very monochromatic spices, like there isn't much variety. Between the shelves on the right and the back wall, a small rickety staircase leads up to what appear to be loft-style lodging, perhaps where the owner, Paul, lives, and anyone else unable to stumble back to their respective domicile. As it's known around town, the smokehouse is where people congregate and socialize. There doesn't appear to be any staff other than the proprietor. That may explain the underwhelming appearance of the interior.
Well, look at that, Trill. You can have all the fish you can eat.
Yeah, I'm definitely hungry. And Nash is going to go to wherever he sees that he could possibly get food.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll look around and see if there's anyone that seems maybe not like the people that smoke fish or catch the fish. Maybe someone a little higher up. Someone that presents themselves as a little more noble.
Okay. Well, your options are limited because Paulville is not a big place, not a lot of travelers. Come nighttime, most people keep to themselves and will only come into town usually if they hear a big hubbub is going on. And right now, the only person you see is at the bar, and it's presumably Paul because he's the only one there and he's behind the bar. So if you would like to get some fish, you can get some from him. And Baron, if you want to talk to him, that would be the man you would talk to.
All right. Yeah, I'll walk up, order a drink. Nice stiff drink.
Okay. And before you at the bar, at first he's kind of surly, a human man of average height, blonde hair, almost to the point of where it's white, with slightly darker eyebrows. Folks on the walk down have mentioned him and that he eases up with the assistance of a drink, preferably one that doesn't come from his own stock. And once imbibed, he's quite affable and tolerant of good hazing between friends. He's in good spirits overall after having recent travelers stay with him, becoming fast friends, and eager to make more, he lightens up his surliness upon greeting you. And he says, "Hello, travelers. Any whiskey?"
I will take a whiskey. Ronnie, would you like a drink?
Oh, she didn't follow you in.
Oh, she didn't come in? She just opened the door and
she
let us
opened
go
the door. Andy's staying outside, and she's by the front of the door.
I leave and go back outside where she is.
All right.
All right. So it's just
finds that
Nash, and Bucky.
I'll take his whiskey then, please.
Yeah, and I'll have a double.
Sheriff Barney, are you inside? Or are you hanging out outside? Or
Yeah, I'm sitting at one of the long tables.
okay. All right. So he makes his way in, sitting at one of the long tables, kind of just creaks along the floor and makes himself comfortable. And what did you say, Nash?
I said, I'll take a double and then another.
Oh, I meant, do you have any whiskey for me? But, okay, fine.
Well,
we can do that. That'll be 2 silver.
All right.
All right.
Gives him 2 silver.
Okay. Thank you kindly. And he goes and he gets something off the bottom shelf, gets a dusty glass and wipes it off, kind of holds it up to the firelight and kind of shrugs his shoulder, thinking it's clean enough. And
he pulls his hammer, his maul out, and loudly sets it on the counter and looks at him and rolls an intimidation, which is 19.
He's intimidated.
Cleaner glass, please.
All right. Okay. I thought this one was good enough, but okay. And he sets it down and he looks around for another glass that is cleaner, and he finds one only marginally cleaner. It's probably going to be the cleanest one you find in the shop. And he just takes it from one glass and pours it into the cleaner one and hands it to you.
Hey, Mikey, go bathroom.
Bucky sees the dirty glass, and he reaches into his tool belt, fishes around to produce a small corked vial with like very pure distilled clear alcohol. And that's what he drinks.
Oh, you weren't going to clean it and sanitize it with that. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh, heavens no.
This is like what he uses for his experiments and stuff,
Okay.
and now he's just going to drink it.
Okay.
Quality stuff.
All right. And
I want another.
And he looks at Bucky and says, "That'll
He puts
be
a gold on the counter and says, keep him coming.
copper." Never mind. He takes the gold and just leaves the bottle.
There we are.
Well, money really does open up doors.
Okay.
So, Barney, we're going to solve this mystery. Hope that doesn't bug you.
You're good at reading a room.
Is the long table the bar?
No,
That's
it's
the-
kind of
just
sits in the
shouting
middle of the
across at
open
you.
space. Yeah, he's awkwardly yelling at you in an open bar.
Nobody else is in here, right?
That's what makes it awkward, though. It's like if there were a camera, it would be at the front door, and one person way over here and one person way over here. So let's solve this mystery.
So I could just look the other direction
If you wanted to, like
As
if you,
if-
You don't have to be.
as if I heard it but thought it was coming from a different direction, and then
yeah,
I decided it was nothing.
yeah. So you kind of look over, kind of like you thought maybe you heard something, and then you just put your elbows back on the table and start sipping again.
I will take your silence as affirmation.
So I went outside to talk to Ronnie.
Let's do
She's just
that.
standing by the door. She knows that Paul's cool with her like being inside because, well, infestation. But, you know, and she's mainly watching her dad, and basically, depending on how much her dad drinks, she can basically go over and grab him or send Andy too. But she doesn't have to sit outside.
Okay.
So yeah, when I come out, I greet you and I give you a lot of respect. Like you're like a grown woman. You're not like a little child. I don't treat you like that at all.
This is creepy.
Yeah. What's going on here,
And
Barney? Anything?
I say to you that you seem like the one that is in charge here. The way you talk to your father and the way you talk to this Warforged here. I have some questions about the investigation that you did on what was his name? Crap. Thalen.
Go ahead.
So, what did you find out about it? I heard it was wolves, but we have reason to believe it was something else.
Well, tell you one thing. The last day he was seen, a couple of muscle types from Bravik came after a victim, employed them to assist with an investigation. They never came back.
Did they have any distinguishing sigils, or did they say they were with any group?
I don't know. They look big, burly, and dumb. What can I say?
Gotcha. Where did they go after the murder occurred?
Who?
These burly guys that were...
Let me repeat myself.
Okay, so they
Mr.
investigated
Smarty.
the... Gotcha.
The last day he was seen, a couple of muscle types from Bravik came after the victim, employed them to assist with an investigation, and they never came back. Meaning, big dum-dums, they gone. Are you sure you're a high elf and not a half elf?
Like you...
You look like a half elf.
I can see the blood in you is not pure.
Yeah, watch your mouth.
Okay.
This could get real bad.
this is
Meanwhile,
uncomfortable just listening.
Yeah.
Nash and Bucky are just pounding him back.
Nash is only he pounded the first one back, but he's just sort of sipping on the second while he laughs at your little vials or whatever. But Nash is going to go sit next to the sheriff because he's getting tired because you get one of those vials in you, and you just start talking about science. He's like, man, forget this guy.
He starts beatboxing and
did you see that giant robot out there? I wonder what powers its servos.
Yeah. So Nash is going to go sit down next to the sheriff.
Okay.
And just be like, so what's the deal? So what, you and your daughter run this place or what?
Can I get up and go pee in the corner?
Just
bar?
the second he asks you a question.
You gotta take a piss.
You can't argue with that. I'll tell you what. I'll let you roll for it.
For peeing indoors?
It'll be a Constitution check. So D20 plus your Constitution modifier.
13.
Total? Yeah. Okay. You successfully stand up, make your way to the corner, and you take a pee. And immediately Paul yells out, "Not again! One more time, you're going to have to leave and never come back." And then he goes to get the mop. Just then, Sheriff Barney, after taking a piss in the corner, he's coming back from relieving himself, and he says, "So you guys want to see where you're staying or what? We got a place for you."
Oh. Nash?
We can talk about this investigation stuff later tomorrow.
Yeah. He throws back the second one, goes back up to the bar, grabs the bottle, and is out the door with you.
Good. Okay, because it's getting late and it's getting dark, and pretty soon there's going to be a lot of wolves out, so we need to...
Like I care.
Well, you might.
What, you have a wolf problem? You need us to take care of that?
And so he and Ronnie and Andy usher you guys to... I don't know if you can see it on this, but down in the bottom, there's a little vacant one next to the jailhouse, which is pretty much next door to where they stay.
Okay.
They escort you there and say, "Okay, well, have a good night. I recommend that you do not come out of your place, no matter what, because things, like, I'm not telling you we've got a wolf problem, or I'm telling you we've got a wolf problem." And so he just cracks open the door and waves his hand, like, "Okay."
All right. So I go inside with the bottle.
Baron and Bucky, do you?
Yeah, sure.
Do you as well? Okay. Yeah. And Sheriff Barney closes the door behind you, and you hear an audible... you hear his footsteps off the wooden porch.
Well.
And you hear what sounds like he, Andy, and Ronnie going into their home, which is also the jail. Doubles as the jail, which is next door. So when you get in there, you smell a stale must, very much what you would expect from a seaside home in this area. It's very simple, but has everything you might need. A wash basin, direct access to an outhouse that technically isn't an outhouse, as it's attached to the back wall with a door that swings inward towards the main living area. Luckily, there must be some sort of aquifer running below the town, washing the waste from the home, so... Otherwise, things would get pretty unbearable in the house. To the right of the outhouse, along the wall, are some cupboards, a plain table, and 4 chairs sitting a few feet inward from the butcher block countertop. The countertop does not have any cupboards below it. Below the countertop are actually a few boxes and a trunk, presumably for travelers to keep their belongings in during their stay. Just in the doorway and to the left is a long bench that holds thick blankets on its top, ready for any larger party members to take a rest. On the right of the door is a wide bed, perfect for 1 or 2 occupants. A richly colored rug covers a majority of the main central area of the room, and there are no other doors aside from the outhouse. There are a few windows, one on the front wall, immediately beside the door on the left, and one on either side of the housing, either side housing the bench and the bed. The peculiar thing about the windows is that they've been mostly boarded up, only leaving the top couple of panes visible on each window. They're boarded up, you presume, to protect against storms and any sort of wolf problems.
Nash looks out over the one of the top things of the windows as he takes a swig on the bottle.
Yep.
So, what did you all find out about the murder of Thalen?
What did you find out?
I found out that there were 3 men from Bravik that showed up prior to this, but they disappeared around the same time the murder occurred.
Huh.
I think I understand why our patron thinks this case was mishandled. Did you see that sheriff? He was knocking him back.
Yeah, I tried to talk to him, and then he went and pissed in the corner instead. I gotta give it to him. That's some balls.
You don't give a shit.
It's quite a move.
Yeah. I'm intimidating. Because he's a 7.5-foot tall half orc. So he's pretty big and crazy looking. And, that guy just got straight up and walked away from me.
What do you think about the wolves?
I guess we'll see tonight.
I mean, can they really have that bad of a problem?
The blocked out windows lead me to believe that maybe it's not everything that people have been telling us. Maybe they don't want us to look and see.
I think tonight we'll tell.
No, boy.
Are you ready to smash some wolves?
I mean, there's a lot of them, no?
I want to check the door and see if it's locked.
Okay, go ahead.
Is it locked?
It's locked.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I can just open that if you guys want to escape.
Yeah, knock.
Knock? Oh no, I
That'd
have
be dope, too.
I have a chime of opening.
Nah, I'm not trying to escape. I mean, it's late. Let's see if some wolves show up. See what we're dealing with.
You're tall. You can see out the windows.
Plus, I'm pretty sure he can just open it up. Well, plus, you pick locks and stuff.
I could definitely pick it.
We're fine.
How secure is our potty door?
It's open. It's completely
So
open.
so we could just technically walk out the back of this place?
No.
It's
It's
like
like an
connected.
outhouse that is
Oh, it's
immediately
attached?
adjacent. Yeah.
Oh, so it's just like a little room.
Yeah.
Plus, how big's the hole? Maybe we can go down there into the aquifer.
Go for it. You're small enough.
Maybe I will.
I hope you do.
All right, fine.
For science.
What, you guys never get dirty in the job before?
Oh, boy.
Why do you think they call me Muckbuckle?
So I'm definitely suspicious of these wolves. I don't think they really exist. And I think we need to stay up tonight and see what comes out.
I mean,
Finally, I can get behind this plan of action.
All right. So, are you guys just tucking in for the night?
Well, we're
and
gonna.
I'm not going to bed.
Right.
We'll sit down and probably every 10 minutes or so I'll go kind of look out the window or something like that.
Yeah, we're gonna stake out.
Yeah, I'll check some cupboards out and open some chests and things and see what else is in there. You mentioned like some blankets and like miscellaneous items. Anything else that strikes my fancy?
Okay. And are you trying to be covert about anything, or just
No,
looking
I'm just
around?
going to look.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
24. Really nice rolls with this guy.
Okay.
All of us or just him?
He's the only one that mentioned looking around.
Well, I mean, I said I was going to the window, so.
Right. You're looking around outside. He's looking around inside. So,
In case it matters, I got a natty 20.
Okay.
You see a whole lot.
Yeah. There's a naked lady.
Oh, what? Let me up!
I relay nothing to science.
Come on, Nash!
He's just kind of hopping.
He doesn't say anything. Never
I
mind.
relay nothing to him.
Okay. So Baron, with that, yeah, you start going through those boxes and you're feeling around, trying to poke around and look to see if there's anything behind them, under them, anything like that, and you don't see anything. But the chest, there seems to be something weird about it. And as you're kind of poking around, you notice that it's got a false bottom on it.
I open the false bottom.
A small note sits below the false bottom.
I'll use sleight of hand to take it.
Okay.
20.
Let me find said note. Okay. Did I already give you a note, maybe?
You did give me a note.
Okay. You got the hidden note? Oops. All right. So I'm glad you found it legitimately anyway. So why don't you read it?
Oh, this note?
Let me see it.
The one that you already gave me? This is the one that I got.
Oh, no. That's not the one.
He has not found it.
This is the problem.
Yeah, this is the problem with using props.
This is a different hidden note.
Yeah.
Have you looked in your gigantic stack of papers?
I also have another hidden note that I still need to read, but I've been waiting.
Sheriff has something to say.
What are the rules about getting more drink and going to use the proper...
We're almost done, so
Outhouse?
you're probably
With
good to go if you need to use the bathroom.
Do you mean in game or here?
No, he means right now.
Yeah. So here's what I was thinking, and you can tell me if your character concurs. The sheriff is more interested in the bottle and just kind of passes out in the jailhouse. If Ronnie and Andy want to show back up, they can. Otherwise, they're just kind of taking care of Dad as he has the shakes and the.
Right. He also needs to use the bathroom
Yeah,
in real life.
In real life.
So please.
You're good to go.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Caleb.
It's got to make sense in the story.
So I read the note to myself. An old evil, wretched servant beyond the mine. Town serves, marking everywhere.
Do you just read that to yourself?
I do read this to myself because it is in language that I know.
Fine.
All right, so pondering that queer message, we leave our adventurers there for the time being, and we hope you stick around for the next one. Off to a clunky start, but we're getting somewhere.
No, I like it.
And we've got a hidden message that was just found, so we'll see where that takes us. Until next time, I've been your temporary DM, Caleb, and to my right.
Bentley Michaels as Nash, and Ronnie with an attitude.
And Rhett as Bucky Muckbuckle and designation for ND7.
And Milo is Trillmond.
And in the restroom, classic Sheriff Barney Jr. Grab your swords and keep on adventuring.
Follow us across all platforms with Chaotic Amateurs. Please subscribe, rate, and review our show on your podcast app of choice to help us climb the charts and find new adventurers. Or become a patron on Patreon to help our heroes continue their quest. Thank you for listening to Chaotic Amateurs.